We will have an epic battle between the Vivo X200 Pro, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and Galaxy S24 Ultra. We will judge which phone shoots better pictures and takes better videos. And the judges are my photographer's friend Vivek, Daria, our model today, and me, Mo. The scoring system will include portrait photography, main camera, ultrawide, telephoto, selfie, and night photos. Each phone can get from 1 to 5 for each picture, and a weighted score will calculate everything and announce the overall winner. All of these phones are shooting in default mode. The first shot was taken with a telephoto lens in portrait mode. Here, the iPhone did better with edge detection and did not cut Daria's hair aggressively, but the picture is noisy. On the other hand, Vivo captured the most details, and the photo on the Galaxy also looks nice and natural. We'll give 3 to iPhone, 5 to Vivo, and 4 to the Galaxy. Here, we showed a picture of Vivek. Vivek likes this photo the most on the Galaxy, even though he is an iPhone user. Vivo is a bit overexposed and too saturated to the extent that it looks slightly unnatural. iPhone also did a great job here. Daria rated the third photo. The picture on the Vivo is a bit overprocessed, and it seems the beauty filter was applied, but the bokeh and edge detection are just amazing. iPhone photo lacks details, but Galaxy photo is balanced. All photos support portrait videography, which is called cinematic on an iPhone. iPhone by default adds less bokeh. Daria's face on Vivo is slightly darker than Galaxy's. Galaxy did create a nice bokeh while lifting the shadows to the proper amount on Daria's face. Therefore, it gets the most points in this video. On portrait, the video Galaxy face is better lit, and Vivo is not lit but has nice bokeh. The iPhone does not have proper bokeh. Moving to the main lens, they all have the same sensor size, but Vivo is no longer has same 1-inch sensor. In this first picture, the colors on the Galaxy are completely off. Vivo has a bit of a magenta, but overall the picture is more balanced. iPhone picture has the best white balance, but did not focus properly on Daria and did not put everything in focus. Hence, Vivo gets the most amount of points. For the second photo, the iPhone photo is dark with too much contrast. Vivo overprocessed the colors a bit, and Galaxy has the best combo. Hence, it gets the most points. In the third photo, the iPhone is too contrasty and does not shed enough light on Daria. Here we again chose Vivo as the best picture. In the third photo, the iPhone picture is on the cold side, a bit too cold. Vivo captured better details, but Galaxy looks the most balanced. The same observation here. iPhone did not pick the right white balance, and the light was too cold, even though the scene was warmer. Vivo is a bit overdone, and the one on the Galaxy is more balanced. Here, none of them got my skin tone right. iPhone is too purple, Vivo is too yellow, and Galaxy has some gray effect. But if I wanted to pick one, I would pick the iPhone. In this video, Galaxy exposed Daria's face. The iPhone is a bit dark, and the white balance is off. Vivo white balance is better, but the face is too dark. Hence, Galaxy gets this round. Galaxy made Daria's face too orange for indoor videos, and a problem I often encounter. Vivo is also a bit oversaturated. iPhone created the best colors. On the other hand, the iPhone could not handle the lights well, and there were visible reflections on the camera, which ruined this second video. But looking at overall colors, especially the flow, it captured it better than the other two phones. The iPhone gets the highest score here since we read reflection later. Moving on to the ultra-wide lens, on paper, the iPhone 16 Pro Max has the best one. It is larger and has a higher megapixel count. The Galaxy sensor is larger than Vivo but has a lower megapixel count. The iPhone had the best balance in this first picture. The picture on Vivo is a bit overexposed, and the highlights are overblown. The one on the S24 Ultra has the wrong white balance and is magenta, hence the iPhone wins this round. Something is happening with the Galaxy colors here, which makes it unnatural. The iPhone is too contrasty, and we prefer the photo on Vivo. In this one, the iPhone has too green in white balance. Vivo is too saturated, and the Galaxy seems the most balanced photo of the three. On the other hand, the ceilings and corners on iPhone Galaxy are either blurred or too noisy, and Vivo picked better details. When it comes to videography, with the ultra-wide lens, they are very close. They all have nice stabilization. The processing on the Galaxy is a bit grainy compared to the other two, and it probably denoises the footage less. The colors on all of them are nice, but the iPhone captured the scene a bit colder in this case. Vivo added too much saturation again, and Galaxy has better balance, but it is warm. we gave all of them a similar score. A telephoto lens is where the Vivo X200 Pro is shining. Even though the S24 Ultra has two telephoto lenses, Vivo has a 3.7 times zoom telephoto lens with a sensor size close to the main lens. In the first picture, Vivo captured more details and improved the skin tone. Galaxy is very close to it, but the picture on the iPhone is too noisy and lacks details on the face. In these two pictures, which was shot inside a church here in Vienna, Vivo again takes a much better picture with tons of details than the Galaxy and iPhone. Galaxy also did a better job than the iPhone, especially regarding white balance. When I shot these pictures from Daria, Vivo picked up the most details. Galaxy also did a good job, but the pictures look dreamy. The iPhone also did not process the pictures well, and there's an obvious green tone to the face, which is not great. Hence, Vivo gets the most points here, which is not surprising considering the size of the sensor and the amount of light it can gather in low light situations. Regarding stabilization on the telephoto sensor, Galaxy did the best job, followed by the iPhone, and Vivo did not do great. When taking videos from a distance, I found the footage on the Vivo to be the cleanest, while the Galaxy was noisy and the iPhone lifted too much shadows. Also, Daria prefers the video on the Vivo. I think I have a better camera.
I think the one
In the middle, right? The one in the middle has a better camera. Selfie cameras are another important feature of phones. Vivo has the widest focal length with the highest pixel count, followed by the iPhone's focal length and the Galaxy. Here we prefer the pictures on the Vivo. The picture on the Galaxy is too dark, and the pictures on the iPhone lack details. For the selfie camera video, the Vivo video was choppy and stuttering, probably because the camera was using a very low shutter speed. The iPhone did the best job, and the Galaxy colors are very off. In night photography, it is important to have a larger sensor to gather more light. Here on the ultrawide lens, Vivo lifted the shadows on the leaves a bit too much for our taste, and it looked like a flash. The iPhone's white balance has greens, and the Galaxy has magenta, but all three have similar image quality. In this shot, with the ultrawide lens, the lamp on the Galaxy has overblown highlights, and the Vivo and the iPhone did a slightly better job. In this picture from Daria, the one on Vivo looks cleaner. The iPhone's white balance is green, and the Galaxy is a bit blurry with gray effect on top. Yet the iPhone picture is blurry with a telephoto lens in portrait mode, and edge detection is not great. Daria's face looks a bit processed on Vivo, but we can always turn the beauty filter off. The one on Galaxy is balanced, but the picture is also noisy. When it comes to shooting objects and the moon at night, the Vivo again has the most details compared to the other two. Here, Galaxy did not handle the street lights very well, and the light is leaking on top of the photo. The pictures in Vivo are a bit saturated, since I'm shooting in the vivid mode and not the Zeiss profile. The colors on the iPhone are closer to reality, but the amount of details Vivo captures is miles better than the other two. When it comes to video, Galaxy did a better job and captured the scene better. There's also not flare issue and no light reflection. The reflection is particularly bad on the iPhone, and Vivo and Galaxy handled it better. The footage is not part of the comparison, but was requested in the comments section. In general, the Samsung Galaxy handles the reflection the best, followed by Vivo with its Zeiss coating, and the iPhone handles the flare and reflection the worst. Regarding features, all three phones take 120 frames per second videos, which all look crisp and nice. For Samsung, you should do it in the Pro video mode. Galaxy and Vivo have full manual modes in the default camera, but the iPhone lacks that option. On the other hand, the iPhone and Vivo can take videos in log, which you can color grade later, but Samsung lacks this option. iPhone has a dedicated shutter button and super nice color modes. Vivo can also change between vivid textured and Zeiss color modes, and pictures can be taken in a street photography mode too. Samsung only has some limited filters. Vivo can also take amazing macro shots using the telephoto lens, a feature that is lacking in the other two, and I hope Galaxy S25 has this feature as more and more phones use it. Here you can see the final chart showing the score per category. Vivo almost got all the rounds, and it did a much better job at night and with a telephoto lens than the other two. iPhone won the selfie camera mode, and Galaxy won in portrait mode. To be honest with you all, I did not expect iPhone to lose almost in every single category, and both Daria and Vivek are iPhone users, and I expected them to pick iPhones more often. In total, Vivo won in 4 categories and came second in 2. Galaxy won in 1 category and came second 4 times. iPhone also won once but was third in all other instances. Here is the chart that shows the results. If you like this video, you can watch the comparison of S24 Ultra versus Vivo X200 Pro next. Thanks for tuning in to TechMo, and I will see you in the next one.